Now you know. 2 hours a day, one habit, zero excuses, no motivation required, no waiting for tomorrow. Every second counts and compounds into results that will astonish and awe you. Your tools are your environment, your consistency, and your focus. The tools are yours and yours alone. Do it every day. Protect it doggedly. Get it under your belt and safeguard it as if your life depended on it, because it does. Today, not tomorrow. Now. Chapter 1. Stop wasting your time. Your life is counting down. Listen carefully. Every second you spend scrolling, hesitating, or waiting is a second you'll never get back. Time is the one resource you can't earn more of. You can make more money, you can rebuild relationships, you can fix mistakes, but once a moment is gone, it's gone forever. You have a choice every day, every hour, every minute, and right now you are deciding, consciously or unconsciously, whether your life is moving forward or slipping away. That's the key. Most people don't realize this. They live their lives trapped in routines that steal their attention. They scroll social media for hours, binge watch shows, check notifications endlessly, 3 hours here, 2 hours there, and then they ask themselves why nothing changes. Here's the truth. Life doesn't wait. Life doesn't slow down. Life doesn't care about your excuses. Every day that you waste is a day that will never come back. You have a choice. Keep wasting time or reclaim it. That's the key. Let me give it to you straight. Awareness alone changes nothing. Knowing that time is precious isn't enough. Saying I should stop wasting time doesn't build results. Saying I want to be better doesn't pay the bills. Saying I'll start tomorrow steals the life you could have today. You don't need permission from anyone to act. You don't need someone to tell you it's okay. You don't need a perfect plan. You have everything you need. Your focus, your discipline, your 2 hours. That's the key. Here's what most people do. They scroll and scroll, and they convince themselves it's research. They tell themselves it's networking. They tell themselves it's learning, but it's not. It's time lost, pure and simple. If you're honest, you'll see the pattern. That time adds up. A week passes, a month passes, a year passes, and the result? Nothing changes, nothing improves, nothing grows. You have a choice. Stop lying to yourself. Stop rationalizing wasted hours. That's the key. Now let's talk about the solution. It's deceptively simple. 2 hours a day. That's it. 2 hours of focused, undisturbed action on the thing that will move your life forward. Not email, not scrolling, not TikTok, not arguing online. 2 hours a day on what matters. That's the key. And you will be shocked how powerful this is, because those 2 hours, repeated daily, compound like interest. 2 hours a day for a week, a month, a year. That's a life completely transformed. You have a choice. Will you take it? Let's break it down. You take 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night, or 2 hours straight. It doesn't matter. What matters is that those hours are sacred, that those hours are protected. You don't check your phone. You don't answer messages. You don't open your email. You do the work that builds your skills. You do the work that advances your goals. You do the work that most people never commit to. That's the key. And here's something most people won't tell you. It's hard at first. You'll feel restless. You'll feel the pull of comfort. You'll feel the urge to quit. That's normal. That's expected. That's what separates the people who stay average from the people who break through. You have a choice. You fight through it or you fall back into mediocrity. 2 hours a day, every day. No excuses. That's the key. Let's make it concrete. Here's a real-world example. Most people spend an average of 3 hours on social media daily. 3 hours. Multiply that by 7 days. 21 hours. Multiply that by 4 weeks. 84 hours. That's 2 full work weeks spent on distractions. And here's the kicker. Those same people wonder why they're not moving forward. They ask, why am I stuck? It's simple. Time is your only non-renewable resource. Use it or lose it. You have a choice. You can watch those hours vanish or you can seize them. That's the key. Now I want to be very clear. You don't need motivation. Motivation is a lie. You don't need inspiration. Inspiration fades. You don't need permission. Nobody is coming to give it to you. You need discipline. You need focus. You need action. 2 hours a day is non-negotiable if you want results. 2 hours a day is where transformation begins. That's the key. Here's how you do it. Step 1. Pick the activity that moves your life forward. Step 2. Block 2 hours in your calendar like it's a meeting with your future self. Step 3. Eliminate every distraction. Step 4. Start. Step 5. Repeat every day without fail. You have a choice. You do it or your life stays the same. That's the key. Let me repeat it so it sinks in. 2 hours a day. Every day, no scrolling, no distractions, no excuses. Protect it, respect it, own it. 2 hours a day, every day. The compound effect is unstoppable when you commit. You have a choice. Will you step up or will you step back? That's the key. And here's the final truth for this chapter. Life doesn't wait. The clock is ticking. Your time is slipping through your fingers. You can cry about it. You can complain about it. Or you can act. You have a choice. Every hour counts. Every decision matters. Every day is an opportunity you may never get again. 2 hours every day or regret every day. That's the key. Now take a deep breath. You've seen the cost of wasted time. You've understood that awareness alone is not enough. You've learned the power of a focused, disciplined 2-hour daily habit. You have a choice. You can start today. You can start tomorrow. But here's the truth. The sooner you start, the sooner your life changes. Protect your time. Respect your time. Own your time. That's the key. You mastered the understanding of your most precious resource. You saw the cost of neglect. You felt the urgency. Now let's talk about what to do with that time, how to use it, and the single habit that will change everything.
Chapter 2. The Power of a Single Daily Habit. You want change? You want results? Stop chasing shortcuts. Stop scattering your energy. The truth is simple. Extraordinary results don't come from doing many things badly. They come from doing one thing relentlessly every single day. That's the key. Most people think they need a big plan. They think they need multiple strategies. They think they need motivation and luck. Wrong. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You don't need validation. You have everything you need. Focus, discipline, and a single habit. That's the key. A single daily habit is a commitment. 2 hours, every day, no exceptions. Not just on the good days, not just when you feel inspired. Every day. That's how success compounds. That's how growth happens. That's how ordinary people become unstoppable. You have a choice. Commit or watch life pass you by. That's the key. Let me give you a real-world example. Warren Buffett reads 6 hours a day. Jeff Bezos schedules thinking time every morning. Serena Williams practices her serve and footwork obsessively. Elon Musk works on his craft relentlessly. They don't scatter their attention. They don't chase trends. They focus on the essential, the high-leverage activity that moves the needle. And so should you. You have a choice, scatter or focus. That's the key. Here's the trap most people fall into. They try to do too much. They chase productivity hacks. They take courses, read blogs, watch videos, and then do nothing consistently. That's the definition of wasted effort. You don't need to do more. You need to do one thing and do it every day. No excuses. That's the key. Now, what makes a habit powerful? It's not novelty. It's not fun. It's not what you feel like doing. It's discipline. It's repetition. It's showing up, even when you don't want to, even when life is hard, even when the couch is calling your name. It's not about feeling inspired. It's about being disciplined. That's the key. Let's break this down. Step 1, choose the habit that matters most. It could be learning a skill. It could be writing, reading, coding, exercising, creating, or building a business. Whatever moves your life forward, pick one. Step 2, commit 2 hours to it daily. No distractions, no excuses. Step 3, repeat. Every day. That's it. That's the key. You might think 2 hours isn't enough. You might think it won't matter. Wrong. The power is in consistency. 2 hours a day is 14 hours a week, 56 hours a month, 672 hours a year. That's hundreds of hours focused on your craft, while everyone else is scrolling, binge-watching, and complaining. You have a choice. You can be average or you can dominate. That's the key. Here's another reality. Habits compound silently. You won't see immediate results. You won't feel like a genius on day 1. You won't feel different on week 1. That's normal. That's expected. Growth is invisible at first, but every day you commit, the effects multiply. Every day you show up, the momentum grows. Every day you refuse to quit, your future self thanks you. That's the key. And here's the ugly truth. Most people fail not because they can't, but because they give up. They say, I'll start tomorrow. I'll try again next week. I need more energy, more time, more clarity. That's a lie. You have time, you have energy, you have clarity. You just have to start right now. 2 hours, 1 habit, every day. No excuses. That's the key. Let's make this practical. Schedule it, protect it, treat it like a sacred appointment with your future self. Close your phone, shut your email, block your calendar, eliminate distractions. Guard those 2 hours like your life depends on it, because it does. You have a choice. Protect your time or waste it. That's the key. And here's something most people don't understand. It's the single habit that creates identity change. You are what you consistently do, not what you say, not what you plan, not what you dream, what you practice. 2 hours a day, every day, builds a new identity. You become the person who finishes projects. You become the person who executes. You become the person others respect and envy. You have a choice, commit or remain ordinary. That's the key. Now repetition is your ally. I'll say it again so it sticks. 2 hours, 1 habit, every day. No excuses, no exceptions. Protect it, respect it, own it. Every day, no exceptions. That's how habits become mastery. That's how your life shifts. That's the key. And don't confuse busyness with productivity. Checking boxes, doing stuff, reacting to emails, answering texts, these are distractions. They steal your time. They steal your energy. They prevent you from building the habit that actually matters. Stop doing busy work. Start doing what moves the needle. 2 hours, 1 habit, that's the key. Here's a real test. Imagine 2 people starting today. Person A spends 2 hours focused on their chosen habit. Person B spends 2 hours scrolling social media, reacting, and consuming. 1 year later, Person A has mastered their skill. Person A has results. Person A has momentum. Person B is in the same place as last year, maybe worse. You have a choice. Which person are you going to be? That's the key. Finally, remember this. Small daily actions are the foundation of massive results. You don't need to overcomplicate it. You don't need to feel inspired. You don't need permission. You don't need anyone's approval. You have a choice. You have 2 hours. You have 1 habit. You have the power to change everything. That's the key. Take a deep breath. Internalize it. Your path is clear. You know what to do. You've learned that focusing on a single habit, 2 hours a day, will compound into life-changing results. You've learned that discipline beats inspiration. You've learned that excuses are the enemy. You've learned that the future is earned, not wished for. You have a choice. Use it. Act on it. Dominate it. That's the key.
You committed to understanding the power of a single daily habit. You've seen how focus, repetition, and discipline create results. You've learned what to protect, what to eliminate, and how to execute. Now it's time to multiply that effect. Let's talk about
Chapter 4. Why Motivation is a Lie. Listen closely. Motivation is a trap. It's a lie that keeps you waiting. You think you need to feel motivated before you act. Wrong. That's how ordinary people stay stuck. Motivation comes and goes. It's unreliable. Inspiration fades. You have a choice. Wait for motivation or act anyway. That's the key. Most people wait. They wait for the right mood. They wait for the perfect time. They wait for energy or clarity. And while they wait, life happens without them. Opportunities pass. Skills stagnate. Dreams decay. You have a choice. Wait or do. That's the key. Here's the brutal truth. Motivation is not what creates results. Discipline does. Focus does. Consistency does. You don't need feelings to act. You need action to create results. That's the key. 2 hours a day, every day, even when you don't feel like it. That's how winners are made. You have a choice. Will you act or will you wait? Let me give you a real-world example. Most people say, I'll start when I feel motivated. Then they never start. Then they blame themselves. Then they quit. Then they wonder why success eludes them. Meanwhile, the successful person acts daily, rain or shine, tired or energized, inspired or bored. 2 hours of focused work every day. That's the difference. That's the key. And here's something most people misunderstand. You cannot rely on emotions. Emotions are fleeting. Energy is temporary. Motivation is conditional. But habits, discipline, repetition, they are permanent. They build momentum. They compound. They create results you cannot ignore. 2 hours a day, every day. That's the key. Here's how you fix it. Step 1. Acknowledge the lie. Motivation is not your friend. Inspiration is not your friend. Step 2. Commit to action anyway. Step 3. Repeat every day without fail. Step 4. Protect your 2 hours. Step 5. Measure results by output, not feelings. That's how you win. That's the key. Think about it. If you waited for motivation to exercise, you'd never lift a single weight. If you waited to write, you'd never publish a single page. If you waited to build, you'd never create a single success. Motivation is optional. Action is mandatory. You have a choice. Do it anyway. That's the key. And here's the tough love part. Excuses are the death of progress. I'm too tired. I'm too busy. I'll start tomorrow. Lies. Stop lying to yourself. Discipline beats excuses. Repetition beats desire. 2 hours a day beats waiting for the perfect mood. You have a choice. Act or stagnate. That's the key. Let's make it practical. Block your 2 hours. No distractions, no excuses, no waiting for inspiration. Open your notebook. Open your tools. Start immediately. Work relentlessly. Protect those 2 hours like your life depends on them, because it does. That's the key. Here's something most people miss. Success is built on showing up, not feeling ready. You don't need motivation to read, to write, to create, to practice, to build. You need to show up, consistently, relentlessly, 2 hours, every day. That's the key.
Now, repetition is crucial. Listen carefully. Motivation will fade. Excuses will appear. Distractions will tempt you, and you will have a choice. You can act anyway, or you can quit. 2 hours every day. Action over feeling. Discipline over desire. That's the key. And don't fool yourself into thinking inspiration is sustainable. It's not. It's a spark. It's temporary. You need something permanent. Habits, repetition, focus. 2 hours of disciplined work every day. That's how you transform. That's how you dominate. You have a choice. Commit or remain average. That's the key. Here's a real test. Tomorrow morning, you feel tired, you feel lazy, you feel uninspired. What do? Most people wait. Most people scroll. Most people complain. The successful person shows up. 2 hours, 1 habit, 0 excuses. That's the difference. That's the key. And let's be clear, it's not about motivation, it's about discipline. It's not about feeling ready, it's about doing. It's not about waiting for permission, it's about acting now. That's the key. You might think it's hard. Yes, it is. You might think it's uncomfortable. Yes, it is. That's why ordinary people fail. That's why you must embrace the discomfort. That's why you must show up anyway. You have a choice. Endure the pain of discipline or endure the pain of regret. That's the key. Finally, repetition again. Motivation is a lie. Discipline is truth. Focus is truth. Consistency is truth. 2 hours a day, every day. 1 habit, 0 excuses. That is how ordinary people become extraordinary. You have a choice. Show up or step aside. That's the key. Take a deep breath. Internalize it. You now understand the biggest trap most people fall into. You know why motivation fails. You know why discipline wins. You know why habits beat feelings. 2 hours a day, every day. That's the key. You faced the illusion of motivation. You've embraced the reality of discipline. You've understood that results are built on showing up, not waiting. Now it's time to face the next truth. Your environment is silently controlling your every action.
Chapter 5. Your environment is secretly controlling you. Listen carefully. Your environment is not neutral. It is not harmless. It shapes every decision you make, every thought, every action, every outcome. And most people don't even realize it. That's the key. Look around. Your desk, your room, your house, your workplace, the people you spend time with, the media you consume, the clutter, the noise, the distractions. They are controlling you, silently, invisibly, constantly. You have a choice. Let your environment dictate your life or take control. That's the key. Most people blame themselves for failure. They say, I'm not disciplined enough. I don't have willpower. I just can't focus. Lies. The real reason is your environment. Your surroundings are shaping your behavior, whether you like it or not. You have a choice. Change your surroundings or accept the results you have. That's the key. Here's a real-world example. Most people keep their phones within arm's reach. Notifications ping constantly. Social media scrolls endlessly. Emails demand attention. And then they wonder why they can't focus for 2 hours. The environment is designed to steal your time, your attention, your energy. 2 hours wasted every day. That's the key. Let's talk about people. Who you spend time with determines what you become. If you're surrounded by people who complain, who procrastinate, who chase distractions, that energy seeps into you. You absorb it. You imitate it. You conform. You have a choice. Associate with distraction or associate with growth. That's the key.
Here's the harsh truth. Your comfort is your enemy. A cozy environment makes you complacent. A noisy, chaotic space makes focus impossible. You cannot rely on willpower alone. You cannot rely on motivation. You must engineer your environment to support your 2-hour habit. That's the key. Step 1. Eliminate distractions. Phones, TVs, social media. Step 2. Create a dedicated space. Clean, quiet, focused. Step 3. Control inputs. Books, podcasts, content that elevate you. Step 4. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth, not mediocrity. Step 5. Protect this environment fiercely. You have a choice: cultivate it or surrender to chaos. That's the key. And here's the thing most people ignore. Environment compounds over time. A small change today can multiply into massive results tomorrow. Move your workspace, remove distractions, declutter your mind, guard your focus. 2 hours of disciplined work in the right environment compounds faster than 10 hours in a chaotic one. You have a choice: design or drift. That's the key. Think about it. Every time you fail to protect your environment, you are reinforcing the habits of distraction. Every time you allow noise to invade your space, you are strengthening mediocrity. Every time you fail to set boundaries, you are giving up control over your life. 2 hours, 1 habit, 0 excuses. Protect your space. That's the key. Let's make it practical. First, audit your environment. Where are your energy drains? What steals your focus? Step 2, remove them. Step 3, set up a sanctuary for your 2-hour daily habit. No interruptions, no notifications, no passive distractions. Step 4, repeat every day. That's the key. Here's another reality. Your environment affects your mind. A cluttered space creates a cluttered mind. Noise creates scattered attention. Chaos creates procrastination. Discipline is impossible in a chaotic space. 2 hours in a messy environment is wasted energy. 2 hours in a focused environment is unstoppable momentum. You have a choice: chaos or control. That's the key. And don't underestimate the subtle influences, the media you consume, the people you admire or envy, the subtle cues around you. They shape your thoughts, your beliefs, your identity. Surround yourself with mediocrity and you become mediocre. Surround yourself with excellence and you become excellent. 2 hours, 1 habit. Guard your environment. That's the key. Repetition matters. I'll say it again. Your environment is secretly controlling you. It is shaping your decisions, your focus, your results. But you have a choice. You can control it. You can protect it. You can design it to work for you instead of against you. 2 hours, every day, 1 habit, 0 excuses. That's the key. And here's the tough love truth. If you continue to let your environment dictate your actions, nothing changes. You remain stuck. You remain distracted. You remain average. Change your surroundings and you change your life. You have a choice. Take control or surrender. That's the key. Let's make this concrete with a personal example. A top performer I know, successful in business and fitness, has one rule: his environment always serves his goals. Desk clean, phone silent, social media blocked, people aligned with ambition. 2 hours a day in that environment, every day, has compounded into mastery, wealth, and freedom. You can do the same. You have a choice: create or comply. That's the key. Now, repetition again. It's worth hammering in. Your environment shapes you. Your surroundings dictate your actions. Your space, your tools, your people, your inputs, they are silently controlling you. You have a choice. Design them, protect them, and dominate. That's the key. 2 hours, 1 habit, every day, 0 excuses. Finally, internalize this. Environment is not just physical, it is mental, emotional, social, guarded in all areas. Protect your thoughts, protect your associations, protect your inputs. 2 hours in the right environment is exponentially more powerful than 10 hours in chaos. You have a choice. Protect it fiercely. That's the key. Take a deep breath. Internalize it. Your environment is the invisible lever behind every success or failure. You now know how to audit it, design it, and protect it. You have the tools, you have the framework, you have the discipline. 2 hours, 1 habit, 0 excuses. That's the key. Now you have uncovered the silent force shaping your life. You have seen how distraction, chaos, and bad associations steal focus. You have learned to create a space that serves growth. Now it's time to confront one of the biggest enemies of progress: instant gratification.
Chapter 6. Break the chains of instant gratification. Listen closely. Instant gratification is the silent killer of success. It's everywhere. Notifications, snacks, social media, mindless scrolling. You want it now. You want it fast. You want the hit of pleasure without the effort. That's how ordinary people stay ordinary. That's the key. Most people chase comfort. They chase quick dopamine hits. They convince themselves it's harmless. Just 5 more minutes, they say. Just 1 more episode. Just 1 more scroll. And then the hours are gone. The days are gone. The months are gone. You have a choice. Chase comfort or chase growth. That's the key. Let's be honest. Instant gratification is addictive, and the more you feed it, the stronger it gets. Your brain becomes trained to seek pleasure, not results. You become reactive, not proactive. You become distracted, not focused. You have a choice: feed the addiction or break the chain. That's the key. Here's the brutal truth. Every moment you choose comfort over discipline, you pay a hidden cost. You waste time, you waste energy, you waste opportunity, and most people don't even notice. They wonder why they're stuck. They wonder why they're not improving. The answer is simple. Instant gratification controls them. 2 hours a day lost to distractions. That's the key. Now, let's talk about the antidote: discipline, focus, deliberate action. 2 hours a day, every day, spent on what matters most. That's the cure. It's not fun at first. It's not comfortable. It's hard. You will resist. You will complain. You will feel tempted to quit. That's normal. That's expected. That's the difference between average and unstoppable. You have a choice: endure discomfort or endure regret. That's the key. Here's a real-world example. Most people spend countless hours scrolling social media, chasing likes, chasing comments, chasing fleeting pleasure. Meanwhile, high performers spend the same hours reading, writing, creating, or building. 1 year later, the results are clear. One group has grown, learned, earned, and evolved. The other group is in the same place, maybe worse. You have a choice. Which group are you in? That's the key. Step 1. Recognize the chains. Every time you reach for your phone, for junk food, for mindless entertainment, ask yourself, is this building my future or is it stealing it? Step 2. Delay the gratification. Force yourself to wait. Train your mind to resist. Step 3. Replace the habit with action. 2 hours, 1 habit, every day. That's the key. And don't underestimate the power of small victories. Resisting a single urge today makes it easier tomorrow. Skipping 1 episode tonight makes it easier to focus on your 2-hour habit tomorrow morning. Small wins compound. Discipline compounds. Growth compounds. You have a choice: give in or strengthen yourself. That's the key. Let's talk about the long-term consequences. Every time you give in to instant gratification, you reinforce weakness, you reinforce distraction, you reinforce delay. You are teaching your brain that comfort is more important than progress. That's why most people never achieve what they want. 2 hours a day wasted every day. That's the key.
Now, repetition is critical. Listen carefully. Instant gratification will always tempt you. It will whisper. It will pull. It will try to convince you that this one time doesn't matter. Lies. Every choice matters. Every action compounds. Every day counts. 2 hours a day protected from distractions builds your life. That's the key. Here's the framework for breaking the chains. 1. Identify the triggers: social media, junk food, emails, idle conversations. 2. Remove or limit them. Delete apps, block notifications, create sacred space. 3. Commit to your 2-hour habit daily. No exceptions, no excuses. 4. Replace the pleasure with progress. Create more reward and accomplishment than in distraction. 5. Repeat. Every day. Build momentum. Build discipline. Build your future. That's the key. And don't underestimate the power of small victories. Resisting a single urge today makes it easier tomorrow. Skipping one episode tonight makes it easier to focus on your 2-hour habit tomorrow morning. Small wins compound. Discipline compounds. Growth compounds. You have a choice. Give in or strengthen yourself. That's the key. Let's make this crystal clear. The strongest people aren't immune to temptation. They feel it, they fight it, they overcome it, and they do it consistently. 2 hours a day, every day, one habit, 0 excuses. That's how they win. You have a choice. Fight or fail. That's the key. Here's another reality. The longer you delay gratification, the more powerful your rewards. Learning a skill, creating a product, building your body, building wealth, building relationships. These don't come from comfort. They come from effort. They come from discipline. They come from resisting the pull of instant pleasure. You have a choice. Act now or continue chasing empty hits. That's the key. Repetition again. Instant gratification is your enemy. Discipline is your ally. 2 hours a day, every day is your weapon. Focus, action, repetition, momentum, results. That's the key. You have a choice. Use it. Own it. Dominate it. Finally, internalize this. The chains of instant gratification can be broken. You have the tools, you have the discipline, you have the awareness. 2 hours, one habit, every day, 0 excuses. Protect your time, protect your focus, protect your future. That's the key. Take a deep breath, reflect. You now understand the silent thief of your attention and results. You've learned the power of delaying pleasure, of choosing action over comfort, and of protecting your 2-hour daily habit. You have the choice. You can break free or you can stay trapped. 2 hours, one habit, every day, 0 excuses. That's the key. You've resisted the lure of instant gratification. You've embraced discipline over desire. You've seen how small, deliberate choices compound into massive results.
Chapter 7. The compound effect works, or it doesn't. Listen closely. The compound effect is the secret behind every success story. Small actions, repeated daily. That's how ordinary people become extraordinary. That's how results multiply silently. And most people ignore it. That's the key. Most people want instant results. They want overnight success. They want a shortcut. They want a miracle. Lies. Success never works that way. It's built quietly, slowly, relentlessly. 2 hours a day, every day. One habit. Repetition compounds. That's the key. Here's the brutal truth. Small, smart choices repeated consistently beat huge, sporadic effort every time. Doing 1 hour inconsistently is nothing. Doing 2 hours daily builds momentum, builds skill, builds identity. You have a choice. Small, consistent action or chaotic, wasted effort. That's the key. Think about money. Saving a small amount every day, investing it, watching it grow quietly. That's the compound effect. Think about learning, reading 10 pages daily, practicing one skill daily. That's the compound effect. Think about your 2-hour habit. Protect it, Commit to it. Repeat it. That's how your life transforms. You have a choice. Act consistently or remain average. That's the key. Let me give you a real-world example. Most people exercise once a week, then complain about their body. They read a book once a month, then complain about knowledge. They work hard occasionally, then wonder why they fail. Meanwhile, the person who commits 2 hours daily, focused, disciplined, uninterrupted, compounds skill, strength, and results. 1 year later, the difference is astronomical. You have a choice. Repeat or remain stagnant. That's the key. Here's the danger. Small negative actions compound too. Wasting an hour daily, skipping your 2-hour habit, giving in to distractions, saying, "I'll start tomorrow." Every small mistake adds up. 1 month later, you're behind. 1 year later, you're off track. You have a choice. Compound wisely or compound poorly. That's the key. Step 1. Commit to a daily action that moves you forward. Step 2. Protect it. 2 hours, 1 habit, 0 excuses. Step 3. Repeat every day. Step 4. Measure progress, not feelings. Step 5. Let momentum build quietly. Step 6. Guard it fiercely. That's the framework. That's the key. And don't fool yourself. Consistency is invisible at first. You won't notice big changes in the first week, maybe not in the first month. That's normal. That's expected. The compound effect works silently. You have to trust it. You have to commit to the process. You have to show up, even when it feels pointless. 2 hours, 1 habit, every day. That's the key. Here's another reality most people ignore. Talent compounds when paired with consistency. Knowledge compounds when paired with repetition. Action compounds when paired with focus. Chaos does not. Scattered effort does not. Excuses do not. Protect your time. Protect your 2-hour habit. Compound your life. That's the key. Let me be clear. The compound effect rewards patience. It punishes impatience. Most people quit too soon. They say, "I tried for a week, it didn't work. I worked hard for a month, nothing changed." Lies. It works quietly, relentlessly, invisibly. You have a choice. Quit or trust the process. That's the key. Here's a practical exercise. Write down your 2-hour habit. Track it daily. No exceptions. Record your progress. Celebrate small wins. They compound motivation. They compound results. They compound identity. This is how ordinary actions create extraordinary lives. You have a choice. Track or drift. That's the key. And repetition matters. Listen carefully. 2 hours a day. 1 habit. Every day. Protect it. Repeat it. Compounding works silently. Protect your time. Respect your effort. Guard your focus. Momentum is unstoppable when you commit consistently. That's the key. Let's talk mindset. Stop looking for immediate rewards. Stop expecting sudden transformations. Stop thinking, "I'll see results next week." Lies. You are planting seeds. 2 hours a day. 1 habit. Every day. That's how growth happens. That's how wealth happens. That's how success happens. You have a choice. Plant or remain barren. That's the key. Here's another truth most people ignore. The compound effect shapes identity. Your daily actions become your habits. Your habits become your character. Your character becomes your destiny. 2 hours of disciplined focus daily transforms your identity. You become the person who finishes projects. You become the person who executes. You become unstoppable. You have a choice. Shape your identity or let it drift. That's the key. And here's the tough love reality. There's no substitute, no hack, no shortcut, no motivation trick, no inspiration moment. 2 hours a day, every day, 1 habit, zero excuses. That is the engine of transformation. That's how winners are made. That's the key. Repetition again. Small, consistent actions compound. Chaos compounds. Distraction compounds. Excuses compound. Which do you choose? 2 hours, one habit, every day. Protect it. Repeat it. Let momentum multiply. That's the key. Finally, internalize this. Compounding is not optional. It is the natural law of results. Ignore it, and life compounds against you. Respect it, and life compounds for you. 2 hours a day, one habit, every day. Zero excuses. That's the key. Take a deep breath. Reflect. You now understand the power of compounding. You know that daily action, repeated relentlessly, multiplies results silently. You've seen the cost of inconsistency. You've seen the reward of focus. 2 hours, one habit, every day, zero excuses. That's the key. You've unlocked the principle of the compound effect. You've learned how small, deliberate actions grow into massive results. You've seen how discipline and consistency dominate talent and chance. Now it's time to confront the hidden cost of doing nothing.
Chapter 8. The Quiet Cost of Doing Nothing. Listen carefully. Doing nothing has a cost, a hidden cost, a silent tax on your life. Most people don't notice it. They scroll, they procrastinate, they distract themselves, and slowly, day by day, their potential shrinks. That's the key. Most people think that inaction is harmless. I'll get to it tomorrow, they say. I'll start next week. Lies. Every day you delay, opportunity passes. Every day you postpone, your skills stagnate. Every day you wait, your future shrinks. You have a choice. Act or let life slip by. That's the key. Here's the brutal truth. Life compounds in both directions. Just like the compound effect works for action, it also works for inaction. One day of doing nothing is small. 1 week seems harmless. 1 month of delay multiplies. 1 year of wasted time compounds into lost skills, lost opportunities, lost potential. You have a choice, move or be buried. That's the key. Let's be honest, doing nothing feels comfortable. It feels safe, no risk, no challenge, no discomfort. But comfort is a lie. It robs you silently. It steals your growth. It kills your momentum. 2 hours wasted daily, multiplied by months and years, is a life half-lived. You have a choice, discipline or decay. That's the key. Here's a real-world example. Most people sit on their dreams. They think, I'll start writing my book next month. I'll start learning that skill after I finish this show. I'll start exercising when I feel motivated. Years later, the book is unwritten, the skill undeveloped, the body unchanged. They realize life hasn't waited for them. You have a choice, start now or regret later. That's the key. Step 1. Recognize the quiet cost. Notice what you lose by doing nothing. Time, opportunity, confidence, momentum. Step 2. Commit to action. 2 hours a day, every day. Step 3. Protect those hours like your life depends on them, because it does. Step 4. Repeat without fail. That's the framework. That's the key. And don't fool yourself. Small delays add up. Checking 1 extra email, watching 1 extra episode, postponing 1 task. Each small choice matters. They compound into inaction. They compound into regret. You have a choice. Compound your actions or compound your excuses. That's the key. Here's the tough love part. Doing nothing feels safe, but it's dangerous. Action feels hard, uncomfortable, inconvenient, but it's life-giving. Discipline feels heavy, but it builds strength. 2 hours a day consistently transforms your life. Doing nothing consistently shrinks it. You have a choice, act or be crushed by inaction. That's the key. Let's talk mindset. Stop thinking that one day won't matter. Stop thinking that small delays are harmless. Stop believing that life will wait. Life never waits. Opportunities don't pause. The clock keeps ticking. Every day counts. Every hour counts. 2 hours wasted today cannot be reclaimed tomorrow. You have a choice. Act or lose. That's the key. Here's another reality. The quiet cost is invisible until it's too late. People don't notice wasted years until they're staring at a reflection of their life. Where did the time go, they ask. It went into distraction. It went into procrastination. It went into doing nothing. 2 hours a day lost, multiplied by months and years, is a life half-lived. You have a choice. Notice now or regret later. That's the key. Repetition is crucial. Listen carefully. Doing nothing always costs you. Every hour wasted compounds into lost potential. Every day of delay compounds into stagnation. Every excuse compounds into failure. 2 hours a day, focused and disciplined, compounds into mastery. You have a choice. Choose wisely. That's the key. Here's a practical exercise. Write down the areas of your life where you've been doing nothing. Your goals, your skills, your health, your relationships. Identify where you've allowed delay. Then commit to 2 hours a day to reverse it. No excuses, no distractions, no delay. That's how you reclaim lost ground. That's the key. And don't underestimate the mindset. Doing nothing trains your mind to procrastinate. Acting consistently trains your mind to dominate. 2 hours of focused action every day rewires your brain, builds confidence, builds resilience, builds unstoppable momentum. Doing nothing builds doubt, weakness, and fear. You have a choice, action or decay. That's the key. Finally, internalize this. Life is a mirror of your actions. 2 hours a day, protected and applied, compounds into growth, skill, wealth, and freedom. 2 hours of doing nothing compounds into stagnation, regret, and mediocrity. You have a choice. Create or settle. 2 hours, one habit, every day. 0 excuses. That's the key. Take a deep breath. Reflect. You now understand the hidden cost of delay, of procrastination, of inaction. You've seen how small choices add up silently. You've learned that doing nothing is not harmless, it is lethal to your growth. You have the power to act. 2 hours, one habit, every day. 0 excuses. That's the key. You faced the hidden enemy of inaction. You've learned that delay compounds while consistent action multiplies. You've seen how 2 hours a day can either build or destroy your future.
Chapter 9. Your habits are your life, not your goals. Listen closely. Goals are important. They set direction. But goals alone do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why? Because goals are temporary. They are fleeting. You can set a goal today and fail tomorrow. You can achieve a goal and return to mediocrity. That's the key. Your habits, however, define your identity. Your habits dictate your results. Your habits decide your future. They are the invisible architecture of your life. 2 hours a day, consistently of a single focused habit, shapes who you are. That's the key. Most people chase goals. They say, I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to make $10,000 a month. I want to write a book. Fine, but then they wait for motivation. They act inconsistently. They give up when it gets hard. Results never last. Your habits, not your goals, determine whether you succeed. You have a choice: build habits or chase illusions. That's the key. Here's the harsh truth. Every goal you achieve will only stick if it's backed by habits. Lose 20 pounds without building the habit of exercise and healthy eating, and it comes back. Make $10,000 once without the habit of focused work and it disappears. Write one book without the habit of daily writing and the next one never happens. Habits compound, goals fade. You have a choice: invest in habits or chase temporary wins. That's the key. Let's talk about two types of people. Person A focuses on goals. They chase results. They rush, they push, they stress, they quit. Person B focuses on habits. They show up daily. They repeat actions, even without motivation. They protect their 2-hour habit. 1 year later, Person B surpasses Person A in every measurable way. You have a choice: goals first or habits first. That's the key. Step 1. Identify the habit that drives results. 2 hours a day, focused, protected. Step 2. Embed it into your daily routine. No exceptions, no excuses. Step 3. Repeat daily. Step 4. Let your results follow naturally. Step 5. Reinforce your identity. You are now the kind of person who executes, not just dreams. That's the key. Here's a real-world example. Most people want to write a book. They set the goal: I'll write 300 pages this year. They try, they start strong, then they burn out. Meanwhile, a disciplined writer focuses on the habit: 2 hours of writing every day, no exceptions. 1 year later, hundreds of pages completed. Identity changed, goal achieved automatically. That's the key. And don't underestimate repetition. Habits require consistent action, even when it's uncomfortable. Motivation comes and goes. Distractions will tempt you. Life will interrupt. But habits persist. 2 hours a day, repeated daily, creates unstoppable momentum. 2 hours a day neglected, and stagnation takes over. You have a choice: persist or drift. That's the key. Let's make it practical. Write down one habit that will transform your life. Block 2 hours every day for it. Protect those hours fiercely. Eliminate distractions. Commit without compromise. Repeat daily. Track your progress. Measure your consistency, not your feelings. Let results follow. That's the framework. That's the key. Here's another reality. Habits compound silently. 1 hour of writing repeated daily creates skill. 1 hour of studying repeated daily creates mastery. 1 hour of focused work repeated daily creates wealth. Habits are the engine. Goals are just the dashboard. You have a choice: build the engine or stare at the dashboard. That's the key. Now, repetition is critical. Listen carefully. 2 hours, one habit, every day. Protect it, repeat it, reinforce it. Let it compound. Habits determine your identity. Habits determine your results. Goals alone are empty. You have a choice: build habits or chase fleeting goals. That's the key. Here's the tough love truth. If your habits are weak, your life is weak. If your habits are inconsistent, your results are inconsistent. If your habits are disproportionate, your destiny is undisciplined. 2 hours a day committed to a single high-leverage habit transforms your life, silently, relentlessly, irreversibly. You have a choice: strengthen your habits or remain average. That's the key. Let's be clear, it's not about perfection, it's about persistence. 2 hours a day, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard, even when distractions scream. That's how habits create identity. That's how habits compound results. That's the key. And repetition again. Goals are outcomes. Habits are processes. Goals can fail. Habits endure. Goals can disappear. Habits multiply. Focus on the habit. Protect it. Commit to it. 2 hours every day. Zero excuses. That's the key.
Finally, internalize this. Your life is not defined by what you want. It's defined by what you do consistently. Your identity is built by repeated action, not fleeting desire. 2 hours, one habit, every day. That's the lever that moves your life. That's the key. Take a deep breath. Reflect. You now understand that habits, not goals, define your life. You've learned that consistency trumps desire. You've seen how small daily actions compound into identity and results. You have the tools. You have the framework. 2 hours a day, one habit, every day. 0 excuses. That's the key. You've discovered that your habits shape your destiny. You've learned how to prioritize actions over outcomes. You've seen how repeated discipline creates unstoppable momentum.
Chapter 10. The ultimate habit that changes everything. Listen carefully. There is one habit that trumps all others. One habit that multiplies every result in your life. One habit that transforms ordinary people into unstoppable forces. What is it? Consistent, focused daily action. 2 hours, every day. That's the ultimate habit. That's the key. Most people search for shortcuts. They chase hacks. They chase life-changing tips. Lies. Transformation doesn't come from tricks. Transformation comes from action. Repeated action. Daily action. 2 hours, protected and disciplined every single day. That's the ultimate habit. That's the key. Let me break it down. You have 2 hours, one habit, every day. Not when you feel like it, not when it's convenient, not when life cooperates. Every day. That's the practice that separates average from extraordinary. That's the lever that moves your life. That's the key. Here's the brutal truth. Most people never commit. They start, then quit. They dip in, then give up. They wait for motivation, inspiration, permission. Meanwhile, their potential dies slowly. That's the cost of inaction. You have a choice, commit or fade away. That's the key. The ultimate habit is simple but not easy. It requires discipline, focus, repetition, 0 excuses. Protect your 2 hours like your life depends on it, because it does. Guard your focus, eliminate distractions, block social media, shut the noise. Show up relentlessly without fail. 2 hours a day, one habit. That's the key. Let's make this practical. Step 1. Pick the single highest leverage habit that drives your life forward. Writing, learning, coding, creating, exercising, whatever accelerates your growth the fastest. Step 2. Schedule your 2-hour block daily. Step 3. Protect it. Step 4. Execute relentlessly. Step 5. Repeat. Every day. 0 excuses. That's the framework. That's the ultimate habit. That's the key. Here's a real-world example. Top performers in every field follow the same principle. 2 hours of deliberate practice every day. Musicians, athletes, writers, entrepreneurs, they all do it. No magic, no shortcuts, no motivation needed. Discipline, consistency, execution. That's the ultimate habit. That's the key. And repetition matters. Listen closely. 2 hours today, 2 hours tomorrow, 2 hours next week. Multiply that by months and years. That is mastery. That is transformation. That is momentum you cannot stop. 2 hours repeated daily compounds faster than anything else. That's the key. Here's a harsh truth. Execution beats strategy. Action beats intention. Habits beat desire. Ideas are cheap. Plans are meaningless without execution. 2 hours a day, every day, beats talent, luck, and motivation combined. That's why ordinary people fail, while disciplined people dominate. You have a choice. Act or watch life pass by. That's the key.
Let's talk mental resistance. You will feel it. Doubt, laziness, discomfort, temptation. That's normal. That's expected. The ultimate habit isn't easy. It's supposed to test you. It's supposed to push you past your limits. You have a choice: succumb or push through. 2 hours, one habit, every day. That's the key. Here's another reality. Consistency builds identity. One day you are uncertain. 1 week you struggle. 1 month it becomes routine. 1 year you are unrecognizable. 2 hours a day, repeated without fail, makes you someone who executes, someone who dominates, someone who transforms. You have a choice: build or remain average. That's the key. And don't forget compounding. 2 hours a day doesn't just add up, it multiplies. Skills grow exponentially. Confidence grows exponentially. Influence grows exponentially. Your results explode silently, invisibly, irreversibly. That is the ultimate habit. That's the key. Step back and see the bigger picture. You have the blueprint for transformation. 2 hours, one habit, every day, 0 excuses. Protect it, respect it, repeat it. Your life is the sum of these hours. Your future is built in these hours. This is the ultimate lever. This is the ultimate habit. That's the key. Finally, internalize this. The ultimate habit isn't about working harder. It's about working consistently. It's about showing up. It's about discipline. It's about repetition. 2 hours a day, every day, one habit, 0 excuses. Protect it, execute it, own it. That's the key. Take a deep breath, reflect. You now know the ultimate habit. You know the power of 2 hours daily repeated without fail. You know how to compound results, build identity, and transform your life. 2 hours, one habit, every day, 0 excuses. That's the key. Now let's close this journey and make it real for you. Listen carefully. You've learned the truth. 2 hours a day, one habit, every day, 0 excuses. That's the lever. That's the difference between regret and mastery. You've seen why motivation is a lie. You've learned to master your environment. You've resisted instant gratification. You've unlocked the power of compounding. You've built identity through habits. You've faced the cost of doing nothing. And now you know the ultimate habit that changes everything. You have a choice. You can act or you can wait. You can protect your 2 hours or you can give them away. You can build momentum or you can remain stagnant. You can dominate your life or you can be average forever. 2 hours, one habit, every day, 0 excuses. That's the key. Do it now. Block your 2 hours. Protect them fiercely. Execute relentlessly. Repeat daily. Build momentum. Build discipline. Build results. No excuses, no waiting, no permission needed. The life you want is on the other side of this habit. You have a choice. Take control or regret it forever. 2 hours, one habit, every day, 0 excuses. That is your challenge. That is your life. Step up. Start now. Dominate. That's the key.